match. Newcastle getting over the line despite winning just one of their last 6 and finishing the season with back-to-back defeats. You heard the message from Bruno Guimaraes. We need more players, but how fortunate can they count themselves, Roy, getting a place in the Champions League despite losing that last game at home to Everton?
Yeah. Obviously, we didn't see that coming, but the table doesn't lie. You know, over the course of the season, they've earned that right. They deserve it. Obviously, a little bit of luck with the goal going against Villa, but you can't begrudge them that little bit of success. They've had injury problems like everybody else. They've just mentioned it. They need players. You know, every club will be saying that at the end of the season. But the table has took care of itself, and they've just about deserved it.
And it's been an amazing season for them. Their first domestic trophy for 70 years as well, Jamie. But what difference will it make to the club? What impact is it going to have on them to be back in the Champions League, do you think?
No, it's fantastic, but you need the players, like you said. But it doesn't just help when you want to recruit players, it helps keeping players. Alexander Isak is obviously a big part of that. That conversation becomes an easier one when you've got Champions League football. You know, Guimaraes as well has been wonderful for them. So it's been a brilliant season for them. But like they said, last time they were in the Champions League, you need a squad and you need to be able to rotate. And I think that's where they certainly struggled. And it was almost a perfect pitch for Eddie Howe, what Guimaraes said there, because it is right. They do need a few extra players. But what they've done with that squad to win the first trophy and what Eddie Howe's done, and then obviously getting into the Champions League football, it was a difficult day for them. They struggled. They didn't handle the pressure as well as what we normally expect them to do. But Eddie, you know, especially they went for a spell without their manager, Eddie Howe. But it's been a brilliant season for Newcastle.
And what do you think of the job that Eddie Howe has done this season?
Fantastic. I think since he's gone up there, really. I think he's managed it, his recruitment side of things. His hand's been tied a little bit, and he wasn't well a few months ago. He's had a lot of challenges, like lots of managers out there. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. But his temperament for that job, I think, suits him down to the ground. I think he never seems to get too high or too low. Results have been fantastic. I think he's done an amazing job up there.
Chelsea into the Champions League after a 2-year absence. Will they reflect on this as a major achievement, Jamie, with the youngest squad in the Premier League?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to be honest, right at the start of the show, Roy fancied that Chelsea might get something. I wasn't so sure. I felt that the pressure, the emotion might get to them, but they handled it really well. I thought they were brilliant today defensively. Colwell, Tosin, James, Cucurella. I thought they defended well at the right time. Probably wasn't the most expansive of performances, but in terms of going somewhere and everybody was maybe writing them off, I think it was a huge result for them in terms of next year recruitment, trying to bring players in, improving that squad, going to that next level. I think it feels like a bit of a moment for the whole squad. It really does. A massive win. And like he says there, they've got a huge game on Wednesday night as well.
Yeah, they could still end it with a trophy as well. They've talked, Enzo Maresca has talked a lot this season about making progress, and he was confident they have been making progress. But did they need to achieve this to show